Hey everybody, how you doing today? Hopefully your week has been well, and I want to give you a couple words of encouragement to help you push through and persevere throughout the remainder of the week and end on a good note. And this is my motivational minute. I do have this YouTube channel. It is underneath my name, Aaron Lassiter, and I would like for you all to like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications, and comment on the post because I want to be able to influence everyone and allow us to reach our true levels in life. Now, here's the quote. A fresh start isn't about where you go, it's about how you think. So, where are you mentally? Fresh start isn't always about like moving again, being physical. It's about mentally where you want to start at, what you want to do. We're still in the first quarter of a brand new year. We want to say, new year, new me. I get it. But where are you mentally though? How are you thinking? How are you processing the information that you're receiving? How are you reacting towards things? And again, mentally, if something happens to you, do you revert back to your old ways? Because again, it all starts here. So what you want to do is you want to give yourself a fresh start mentally. Sometimes you need to sit back and think on it. Sometimes you need to breathe things out. I took a class last week about conflict management. And every now and again, when conflict can arise, because it does arise in our lives, and I'm getting to a point here, but when conflict arises, you can either start new, so develop new habits and better ways and better traits in order for you to react, or you can revert back to your old ways. Some positive, some negative. What if you revert back to the negative ones? Sometimes you need a fresh start. Sometimes you need to think. Sometimes you need to take a step back, think on it for a second, maybe count to 10, and then go about your process. Because sometimes, again, we don't want to go back to our natural ways. Sometimes our habits are our habits, but sometimes we need to create new habits. And how you do that is changing your understanding and your ideas. And what I want you to try to do is I want you to try to prevent yourself from moving back. And how you do that is you change your mental. You change the way that you think. If you change the way that you think, you can change the way that you are. And if you change the way that you are, and that's how you can get a fresh start. It's not always about, physically where you want to be and what you want to do. You want to change this mental first. So, you can be any and everywhere in life, but if you're not changing your mental, if you're not giving yourself a fresh start mentally, you may not be able to stay the path that you want to stay. So again, it's not about where you're going, it's about how you're thinking. What goes on in that brain of yours determines the outcome of most situations. So this week, what I really want to talk to you about is making sure that you understand mentally that you may not be able to go back or revert to your old ways. If your old ways are detrimental to where you want to go, that means that you need to change your mental, your thought process, how you think about things. Again, how you react to things. And sometimes you need to give yourself some time. Sometimes you need to, again, let yourself breathe. Count to 10. Whatever it is, right? But we need to do something in order for us to change our mental. Because a lot of things that we do, the mental, your mind is how it steers you in one way or another. So you can be wherever you want to be in life, but if your mental's not good, you need to change the way that you're thinking about things. You need to change the way that you're processing information. And that can be hard. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy whatsoever, but I'm saying it's essential for you to grow where you want to be. And where you want to be is better than where you are right now. And how you're going to get there is by changing your mental, changing your thought process, changing your patterns. If you change your thought process, you can change your patterns. You change your patterns, you change your learned behavior. You change your learned behavior, Now you're really getting to the good part. Then you can actually grow. Then you can really start anew. Now you can change your mental, you can change your habits, change your processes, and now you're a brand new person. And in a span of time, once you change your mental, you're able to grow and glow. So this week, just remember and understand. It's not always where you want to go, it's how you think about things. This right here is my motivational minute. And again, I would like for you all to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And not just in conflict, but in anything you do in life. If you think that you can be doing better at something, you need to sometimes start over. And how you start over is first and foremost mentally. You have to change the way you think, change the way you process information, and then change how you react. It's literally a step-by-step process. You change the way you think, you change your habits, and now you can grow and glow. So next week, look forward to you changing, to you starting fresh and anew by the way you think and how you process. Move forward and let's all strive and win together. I see you next week.